Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So we have a couple of games from a 25-year-old series that are making their way over to Xbox and Game Pass. And is Microsoft shopping around for their own Genshin Impact? We have those topics and more to cover, but before we get started, if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet, consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell, and we can keep you up to date with gaming news. Now let's get started. So first we have this announcement from the Age of Empires Twitter account. It says, "We heard your pleas and we agree now is the perfect time. We're aging up and heading to the console age. Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition and Age of Empires 4 are coming to Xbox consoles and xCloud in 2023. And this announcement was part of the 25th anniversary of the series. And they said yes, there would be keyboard and mouse support for this game on the Xbox. And let me know if you think this is an ideal game to bring to xCloud. It seems like a real-time strategy game would work well, and it also means that you can test the game out without having to install anything. So if you are an Age of Empires player, make sure to leave us all a comment below and let us know what you think of this announcement. Next, it seems that Microsoft may be trying to shop around for their own version of Genshin Impact. We have a headline here from Reuters. Microsoft powers up search for Chinese gaming hits in race against Sony. So Genshin Impact has been pretty successful, and it seems like Microsoft wants to copy that. The article here says, Microsoft Corp is stocking up on Chinese video game content to emulate Sony Group Corp's success with Genshin Impact, sources said, solidifying China's transition from a land only of players to a hub of blockbuster developers. And just to give you an idea, Genshin Impact has generated over $4 billion in revenue in just 2 years. And the article goes on to say, in 2019, Sony partnered with MiHoYo, a little-known studio which was developing Genshin Impact. The game, a global hit when it was released a year later, is available for personal computers and handheld devices, but the console version is exclusively on PlayStation. And obviously this was because Sony helped to bring this game to market, and I'm assuming that the agreement would be to make it only available on PlayStation for consoles. And this would be a moneymaker for Sony because anything you purchase in-game while you're playing on a PlayStation system, Sony would get a cut of that. And the article here has a little more information when it comes to Microsoft's motivation. It says, Microsoft regretted missing out on Genshin Impact, two people familiar with the matter said. It spoke to MiHoYo early in the game's development, but did not reach a deal, one of them said. The other person said the experience is the driving force behind Microsoft's more active pursuit of Chinese developers. Picking up Genshin Impact made Sony a lot of money, the second person said, declining to be identified because the information was not public. And I'm kind of mixed on to whether this is the right strategy or not. It seems like if Microsoft wanted to make their own Genshin Impact, they could just make their own Genshin Impact clone. It seems like they have plenty of studios that could be able to handle that. But let me know in the comments what you think. Is this the right strategy or not? Next, I don't normally cover a lot of mobile gaming information, but this one kind of caught my attention. This is coming to us from mobilegamer.biz. Apple kneecapped all NFT related game functionality, and it wants 30% of all sales. Now in the story, it says that Apple has updated its app review guidelines. Under the new guidance, Apple will allow NFT sales and related services, but only through in-app purchase, meaning to get that juicy 30% cut. And Apple will not approve any game that links added functionality or content to NFT ownership. Now the reason this kind of caught my attention is that I expect all digital storefronts to follow this path, and that includes gaming platforms. So say you have a game with an NFT item in it and you purchase that on your Xbox or PlayStation, then Microsoft or Sony would get a cut of that purchase. And if you think developers could just direct people to, say, a website to purchase an NFT instead of using the app, well, that would be against the terms of service. Another new clause states apps may use in-app purchase to sell and sell services related to non-fungible tokens, such as minting, listing, and transferring. Apps may allow users to view their own NFTs provided that NFT ownership does not unlock features or functionality within the app. Apps may allow users to browse NFT collections owned by others provided the apps may not include buttons, external links, or other calls to action that direct customers to purchasing mechanisms other than in-app purchase. And this requirement for not directing people to other sources of purchasing besides in-app has been in place for quite some time, but this just outlines it for NFTs. And again, I emphasize why companies are so on board with NFTs, because they all hope to get a cut of every transaction for these digital items, and that's including if you sell it to another user. But let me know if you think this will deter companies from continuing to pursue NFTs. And next we have the PlayStation Plus Essential games that have leaked out from Deals Labs, and they've been right on the mark for a year now. So I take this list as credible. We have Nioh 2 for PS4 and PS5, Lego Harry Potter Collection for PS4, and Heavenly Bodies for PS5 and PS4. Now, if an official announcement comes out in a few days and they add anything to this, I'll be sure to update you all. But let me know which of these games catch your attention the most. Nioh 2 definitely looks like something I would be interested in, but let us all know what you would like to try in the comments below. And finally, we have Bayonetta 3 coming out Friday, and the review embargo lifted on that yesterday, so let's take a look here at the Metacritic score. At the time of recording the video, it's sitting at an 89, which is pretty good. And there's definitely a lot of reviews for this, so this seems pretty on target, and there's only 2 mixed reviews with 0 negative reviews. And I kind of read through several of the reviews, and I saw a lot of positive points for excellent writing, and like the other games in the series, the game is mostly linear but does have many hidden items that encourage exploration. And as far as how technically sound the game is, most of them are saying it runs pretty well at 60 frames per second, and then there's just some occasional dips. And my biggest take from reading the reviews is if you like the first 2 games, you'll definitely like this third one. And I had Bayonetta 1 and 2 on both the Wii U and the Switch, and never finished them, so I finally took the past 2 weeks to do that. And I must say I could tell that even Bayonetta 2 had aged a little bit from the Wii U days. And both games only took me something like 10 to 12 hours to complete, so I imagine Bayonetta 3 won't be much longer than that. And I did look through a few reviews to see if it said how long it took to complete, and I didn't see anything listed, but I did see someone who reviewed it said they spent 20 hours on the game, and I imagine that was to be really thorough on the review. So I'll definitely be playing that this weekend, and who knows, I may even have it finished before Monday. And that's all we have for today. Did anything we cover catch your attention? Are you pleased to see 2 of the Age of Empires games coming to Xbox and especially xCloud? And do you think Microsoft has the right strategy by stocking up on Chinese video game content in order to have the next Genshin Impact? Drop a comment about those topics or anything else we covered today. I want to thank you for watching, and be good.